Alright, as you can see here, we've got my little persistence of vision Vexilar-style flashing display, homemade, with a little 3-volt motor running the 1 volt, about 800 RPM. And we have underneath LEDs, the housing and socket for the motor to spin, LEDs for underlighting / backlighting, whatever you want to call it. A CD, which spins, which has a slot cut in it, with some balled up notebook paper underneath to capture the light and let it show a little bit better, and a magnet on the other side for zeroing. As the magnet swings around, it trips the Hall effect sensor right there, and it zeroes it out, and then it executes the code to do all the timing and whatnot to flash the LEDs at the right time to make a static bar appear on the display, what we see. So I will start the motor spinning here and get that a little kickstart and reset the Arduino. And here you can see, even at low RPMs, as it spins up, it's still stable. I'm going to kill the lights quick. See the handy dandy little bar light there as I turn the potentiometer here, which I'm using for an input. The bar moves around the display up to a certain point right about here where there's an overflow of some kind. Not quite sure what's going on there with the code, but I'll figure it out, hopefully by Wednesday when this is needed to be done. But as you can see, LED is spinning, excuse me, disc is spinning. LEDs are flashing at just the right time to show a little bar of light in the same spot on the display. I get relatively fine control of it too. Within about 50 microseconds I think I have it set, so down to probably a 100th of a degree or so, depending on rotation time. The reason it isn't quite even with the lighting all the way around is that, as you can see, I've just got the LEDs down there. I don't have a diffuser of any kind, which I should look at getting the diffuser, but I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, anyway, so more about the actual hardware behind it. We've got that. LEDs under there. The LEDs are driven through a 3904, controlled by the Arduino. Pull about 200 milliamps, I believe. So a little bit more than I feel comfortable with pulling off of the 5-volt rail there. Motor put through a voltage divider, running at 1 volt, also off the 5 volt of the Arduino here. Hall effect sensor, 5 volt. It's actually a Hall effect latch. So it trips on and then it stays, and then it trips off and then it stays off. You have to reverse the magnetic pull, hitting the face to switch it on and off again, but the magnet that I have glued onto the bottom of the disc is actually put on there in between poles, so as it goes by it hits north and then south, and it trips it good. Interrupt running to the Arduino, tells it when to execute the code. There's actually nothing in the loop. It's all interrupt based. So, it's pretty neat. It works. Has a lot of kinks to work out, naturally, but it works decently well, at least for what we'll be doing. It's supposed to display distance using an ultrasonic sensor to get the distance to an object, then it displays it on this. But there's a few kinks, as you can see. It's only got about 1/3 of the total range of the disc that it needs. But maybe that'll be the way that it shows up on Project Night, I don't know. It depends on how well everything else gets put together, so I guess you guys will have to come to Project Night and check it out and see it in its final functional goodness.